Hey guys, my name's TJ. I'm one of the coaches here at Business on Purpose. If you get a chance, go ahead and drop a big win in the chat. We like to start our meetings off with a big win, something you're grateful for that's happened here in the last week or so. So you can go ahead and drop that in the chat as we're allowing some people to join us here. Hey Sean, how you doing?
Doing well this morning. How are you?
Awesome, man. Doing great, doing great. Kimberly, Maureen, Kathy, Julie. Well, it looks like we're going to have a pretty good group today. We'll give it just a couple more minutes before we get started. Like I said, if you get an opportunity, go ahead and drop a big win into the chat so we can take a look at what's been going on great in your life. Let's see here. My wife's 35th B-Day was a blast. All right, Thomas. Nice. I'm alive. That's always a good one, Maureen. Had a great new hire this week. Congratulations, Kimberly. Those are big wins. Awesome. All right. New client interviews. It's great. What do we got here? 11:02. I'm going to give it about 2 minutes, and we'll go ahead and dive in. IT planning session. Nice. I'm not sure where everybody else is located at, but man, it is a beautiful day down here in the low country of South Carolina today. I think it's going to be about 75 degrees. And outside of the 2 inches of pollen that we have on our cars, it's pretty incredible outside. White cars or yellow cars this week here. All right. All right. Well, welcome in everybody. Welcome to our masterclass. Could your business run without you? Building a tool for freedom. My name's TJ Harpham. I'm one of the coaches here at Business on Purpose. And I just want to thank each of you for taking a few minutes today to hear a little bit more about how BOP can help you build a tool for freedom within your business so you can make time for what matters most. For some of you that might not know anything about Business on Purpose, we're a team of coaches. We exist to liberate business owners from chaos within their business. So I guess without further ado, let's dive in. I was mentioning big wins a minute ago, and for some of you that might not know what a big win is, one thing we love to do here at BOP is start each of our meetings and our coaching sessions with something we call big wins. This is one of our unique core values, and it means begin in gratitude. So take a minute, drop a big win in if you haven't already. It can be something you've experienced personally or through your business in the last week or so. And I think I'll show you right here. This is a look at my most recent big win. This is my son, Cooper. He turned 7 last week. He's the youngest of my 3. And we're a huge Yankees family. So we took a quick trip down to Tampa to catch one of their last spring training games. It was Cooper's first Yankees game, and the smile that you see on this kid literally lasted all day, even though he's only got a couple of his front teeth. In fact, he was given a couple of batting practice balls and foul balls while we were there. Quick side note, if you want to get a couple baseballs at a game, walk around with the sign that says, "It's my birthday and my first Yankees game." And you will be guaranteed to get yourself a few of those. So grateful for those moments. So anyways, thank you for taking a look at that. And I guess let's get going with this class. Let's start the journey on building a tool for freedom in your business. So I want you to imagine the day a Lady Josephine comes walking into your workspace, opens up a combo lock suitcase and simply says, "I'm ready to buy your business at 4 times the multiple of your annual earnings in cash right here on the spot right now, with 2 conditions. First, we have to be able to run your business the exact same way that you run your business right now. From the sales calls to the payroll, to leads, the production, and everything in between. I'll not require you to stay on and earn out your terms, but we need the entire business map so your customers, they'll never feel the switch when we take over. Secondly, you've got 30 minutes to make your decision, and we'll expect your roadmap to be in our hands, and training will begin immediately using only that roadmap. And as our trainer, you'll not be allowed to wing any of it from your head." So here's a question. Could you do it? You might say, "No one would ever do that." Well, trust me, we've seen crazier. Then you'd say, "This is totally unreasonable to expect that a business owner would have their entire business mapped out." Or is it? We can say with definition that your business is certainly more sellable with a comprehensive roadmap in place, in the same way that we can say your family vacation will be infinitely more enjoyable with the roadmap showing you how to get there. Whether that vacation's to the beach or to the mountains, a roadmap gets you to where you want to go. Of course, this entire example may be totally lost on you because you would never have the intention of selling your business anyway, right? Yeah, no problem. But wouldn't you like your business to depend less on you and instead compensate your intentional time, your meaningful freedom, and the money to pay for it all? Don't you want your business to help facilitate your passions and convictions and to serve others without killing yourself? We've determined through our own experience that about 16 of every 20 businesses are being owned, business owners are being owned by their business, which means that even if they wanted to sell, no one would ever want to pay to own a business that owns them. So how do we break out of the prison of our own business? How do we finally get off the treadmill? How do we stop constantly putting out fires and feeling like we're being pulled in 17 different directions? How do we stop the habit of throwing business Hail Marys every single day? One way is to simply continue doing the things that you've been doing. Of course, we all know how that ends up: insanity. The other way is to replicate the delivery of every part of our small business and make it so predictable others can run it the exact same way. We often quote the old Jewish phrase when God was talking to the Jewish prophet Habakkuk, and he said, "Write the vision down so that those who read it may run." The same is true for processes that make up our vision. In fact, we even made our own statement to say, "Write the processes down so that those who read and implement them may run the business." Did you know that your business doesn't have to own you? Did you know that you don't have to feel like you're on a treadmill? Did you know that owning a small business doesn't have to feel like a daily cliff dive with no visibility and no parachute? Owning a small business can be the ultimate opportunity to serve customers, to serve employees, contractors, vendors, your local community, even the global community, all at the same time. That's right. Your small business can be a massive force for living out your convictions and serving others. But it'll never get that way by doing things that you've done to this point. Think about the tides. We live here in the coastal low country of South Carolina. Every day, anywhere from 7 to 9 feet of water comes in and then goes out with the changing tides. Every 6.5 hours, the same process takes place every single day. The tides are a process. Just like the Earth's rotation and the seasons are a process. Processes are simply a series of repeatable actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. You might want to write this one down. I'm going to say it again. Processes are simply a series of repeatable actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. When processes are not in place, what you may get is creative, but it will not be repeatable creativity, and it will require new creativity every single time. When you're starting your business, every time you bake the cake or repair the brake, stack the crate, or you're doing something that could be processed, you do it so you never have to do it again. When you process all of the individual steps, you're equipping and empowering others to bake the cake, fix the brake, or stack the crate, so you can focus on other elements of, say, serving your customers. Maybe that's through payables or receivables or inventory or office management. Then once those are processed, you're again equipping and empowering others to facilitate payables, receivables, inventory, the office management, so that you can focus on new leads or maybe even onboarding new customers. Then once those are processed, you again are equipping and empowering others to facilitate. Well, you get the idea, right? Here's a hint: rinse and repeat. Process everything out. You see where this is going? So imagine you had every process in your business documented. It could be written down or even recorded on a video. Think about this. Imagine just like NASA has every single detail of flying a spaceship to the moon documented. Imagine that you had every process in your business documented. Then once documented, you focused the majority of your time on training the processes to capable people who could replicate your brilliance and your creativity. Here's a great example. McDonald's did it. Everybody's been to McDonald's. McDonald's did it. Shoot, every franchise has done this. That's what a franchise is. When you buy a franchise, you're essentially buying a process map to walk you step by step through how to make a burger or pick up garbage, unload a truck, change brake pads, etc. Franchises exist for each of those services and thousands more. Now, I'm not even saying that you might want to franchise your business, but think about this. Wouldn't it be great if others could run your business with the same clarity and focus that you run your business with right now? It can happen. So here we go. Let me welcome you to the Master Process Roadmap. On this one magic sheet of paper, you will document the title of every major process that makes your business work. With this one magic sheet of paper, the process clarity that comes with the roadmap and the repetitious implementation will create a repeatable business that pushes you towards your vision, consistently lives out your mission, and is completely in line with your unique core values. With this one magic sheet of paper, you will have built a curriculum for training that will make you feel like you're running a full-scale business university for your team. Training will become a hallmark of your business. The product will become less and less the focus, and training your team to deliver a great product will increase with habit and time. We talk to business owner after business owner all the time, and the one thing that they constantly preach is equipping and training their team. Talent grows as training grows, yet too many of us rely on just raw talent and get burned in the end. Give me world-class training with average talent who implements every day over world-class talent and average training all day, every day. The little known secret is to when you begin to offer world-class training to the average talent, the talent eventually begins to rise, and it rises up to the training that you've implemented. So here it is, the master process roadmap. Let me show you how to build a process roadmap and buy you time for what matters most to help get you off the treadmill. So we start, here it is, the one sheet of paper. The four major systems of every business are located across the top. We've got everything from your administration to your operations, your sales, and your marketing. So when you have those all represented on the master process roadmap, I want you to start brain dumping every possible process that you can think of within each one of these four major systems. Notice we have two columns for operations. Shoot, make as many as you need for any one of these subheadings. I wanted to show you a couple of examples that we have here. This one is of a home builder that's one of our current clients. As you can see, they have every single process on both their commercial and residential side labeled from pre-construction through post-construction, every single one. They can click on any one of those hyperlinks and it will show that exact process of how to complete that task. Anyone in their business can see it. The next example is of a client of ours that is a lawyer. Notice the detail and the addition of the subsystems within the operations. This is your business. You can do it any way that you want to, but we need every process processed out. And finally, this is our business on purpose roadmap. This is everything anyone would ever need to know in order to run business on purpose right now. So recently, I wanted to let you guys know this one came into play with us in business on purpose. And I wanted to real quickly explain to you how our team stepped up and how our master process roadmap helped us kind of steady the ship. So I'm going to take you back to about 4 weeks ago when we really had some confrontation and we had to figure out a way to get through it. So 4 weeks ago, our team was unfortunately hit with some life events that could have derailed us as a team and the flow of business here at BOP. In addition to being 2 weeks away from our 10-year celebration, we had 3 coaches lined up to attend our Super Bowl event of the year, the IBS conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. Scott, our owner and founder, had multiple keynote speaking slots, and Thomas and Brandon, which are 2 of our longer tenured coaches, were going to be there to visit current clients and also assist with potential new clients. But then life and work intersected. First, we found out that Scott's father-in-law had passed away and he was unable to attend the event and speak as scheduled. And then next, and very unexpectedly, while waiting for his connecting flight, Brandon, one of our other coaches, found out that his father had unexpectedly passed away. And he had to immediately divert back home to Indiana. So now we had one guy en route to our biggest event. He was not scheduled to speak, and at the time was going to be there solo, taking on all of the speaking slots. This is where preparation was displayed at its finest. Because we have everything processed out, it allowed our team to step up in ways unimaginable. Sean, one of our other coaches, was able to catch an early flight to Vegas and help Thomas out. Thomas was able to have all of our scripts for the upcoming talks because they're all processed out and in the roadmap and give them all flawlessly. Our team here at home stepped up and didn't allow the schedule to miss a beat. No coaching sessions were missed. No leads were lost or forgotten. Work on the live event continued. And in fact, our business grew as we landed 2 additional clients. And I think this is the most important fact. Most importantly, 2 of our brothers were able to grieve with their families with no interruption or worry about work. That's what it's all about. That is all a product of being prepared and having a plan, because you never know when something like that could happen. This roadmap is a working document, always updating, always reviewing, always training. Every person should have this printed out in front of them. This is your business processes on one sheet of paper. This is your narrow brilliance. This is your offering to the world. There's still something missing though. The one final piece to the power of pushing towards adopting the right tools for you and your team is implementation. You may have heard us say, we'll take a half-baked plan with full implementation versus a perfect plan with half-baked implementation. We quote Joe Calloway all the time because it's so powerful. Vision without implementation is hallucination. Now, we used to just give out our templates and then we'd follow up and see how everybody was doing with the work and whatnot. But honestly, we've kind of been deflated to find that implementation's been extremely low on the other side. And why? We're not real sure. So Dan Miller used to say, if you're not paying, you're not paying attention. So we're going to make you pay with something far more expensive than your money. We're going to need you to pay with your attention and implementation. We want you to have this live template. And there's a powerful way to get this template. You can simply jump on a 15 to 30-minute Zoom with one of our professional coaches. They'll walk you through any questions that you have, get you set up with the template, and then one of two things is going to happen. One, they'll send you on your way and send you 2 follow-up texts to see how your progress is going. Or they'll tell you how you can become a client of BOP and how we can work with you guys. It's your choice. There's no strings attached. So I'll ask if you would go ahead and fill out this form. I think we'll pop it in the chat, won't we, Thomas? One of us will follow up with you this afternoon and coordinate a spot for a quick call. I'm going to stay on here for a couple of additional minutes. I know we've got a little bit of extra time, but wanted to say thanks again for joining in. If anybody has any questions, drop them into the chat, or you can go ahead and ask, and I'd be glad to help answer anything you might have. I do believe we've got another masterclass coming up in April. So if you have jumped on these before, we'd love to have you again. See here if we've got any other questions. Definitely want to thank you guys again for taking the time out of your schedule on a Friday to jump on here and learn a little bit more about our master process roadmap and of course BOP. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to have you fill out the form that we put in the chat and get a few minutes to talk with you, answer any questions that you might have. All right, we'll give it about 2 more minutes and we'll send you on your way. All right, well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you logging on today and excited for you to go run your business on purpose. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.